Just trying to get set up here. Give me one moment, please.
Infiltration by the Vulgus has gotten worse recently. HQ has ordered us to step up our security. I'm worried that everybody's got too soft.
Okay. Well, good morning, guys. Finished composing my letter to where I live this morning. We're trying to get a situation, I can't even talk, situation sorted. So, I had to compose somewhat of a business letter, or my mom did, so I had to type it up for her this morning and try to like organize the thoughts in a good flow, like, you know, for a letter. And so I was doing that this morning. I woke up early to do it because today's the deadline for that letter. I mean, I could have did it last night, but I was just so fucking tired. I'm still a bit tired, but yeah. So I was noticing too, the dailies, they don't have that time limited one thing, so it's just basically any of the daily missions I play through and then I can sign off. There's no time limit locking me to the game like it has been, so that's kind of nice to feel those kind of chains come off. So I just do my daily, like, 8 missions, I guess, something like that, and then
Descendant.
I'm off.
The enemy has modified the Ancestor's weapon with Vulgus technology and are using it to emit inversion energy. It appears they are defending the gates with it. The weapon contains ancient arcade. The structure on the ground draws and releases this. Descendant, I will show you the properties of the arcade stored within the weapon. You can disconnect the energy link using your own arcade.
Here I come.
You got a comfy spot, Panda? There you go, buddy.
The enemy commander is using the inversion energy as a personal barrier. We must find a device with the same arcade properties. You need to attack that device from above to penetrate the inversion energy.
I hope I don't bump into brown eyes. Now I'm paranoid about that ever since. I mean, I should have maybe blocked her, but I didn't. on this game, I haven't blocked her. But yeah, I'm terrified, like, whenever I start up a mission, there shall be... So it was weird that one day, it's like, you know, I do this matchmaking to do my dailies, and then boom, there she is, you know. If it happens again, I'll just fucking leave. I just played it through that day, though. But such is life. You know, I try to move on and not think of people, and then they try to get into my space, or into my missions, or into my life, whatever, just rather than...
Descendant. The enemy has modified the Ancestor's weapon with Vulgus technology and are using it to emit inversion energy. It appears they are defending the gates with it. The weapon contains ancient arcane. The structure on the ground draws and releases this. Descendant, I will show you the properties of the arcane stored within the weapon. You can disconnect the energy link using your own arcane.
You can't escape.
There's a lot of ambulances around me right now. Or fire trucks or something. I hear sirens.
Descendant, the enemy commander is using the inversion energy as a personal barrier. We must find a device with the same arcade properties. You need to attack that device from above to penetrate the inversion energy.
I don't know if you guys can hear that. It's really loud. I got chills. Let me check on something here in a second. I was just checking on my mom to make sure she's okay. She's alright. She's not feeling well today, though. She's just having some digestive pain. I'm feeling a bit nauseous, so I don't know. It might be, we had pizza yesterday, and I'm questioning now if she is feeling sick from eating the pizza, if she's got gallstones or something. Might have to have that looked at. She's been complaining about different digestive stuff, so... Anyway, always worries with me. I always worry about other people, you know, and wanting to help, especially loved ones, right? Yeah, oh, it's so cold. to get a blanket and throw it around me. I don't know.
Descendant. This is a phase separation which requires processing of tens of billions of units of data per second. The code is standardized. The structure that appears to be a computing device is full of Vulgus artificial brains. This is how they are processing all that data. Continue to insert Vulgus artificial brains into the computing device, Descendant. If you overload the device, the veil will be neutralized.
Got some weirdos. You better watch yourself. You might not like to meet my boyfriend. He'll fucking light you on fire. Just saying. Watch yourself. Be respectful, and I'll be respectful of you.
Melt away.
The enemy commander is using the phase separation veil as a shield. If you overload the
you're
computing
not.
device, you can create an opening to attack the commander directly.
This is your open fire.
Goodbye. You know, when I'm saying my boyfriend, he'll fucking light you on fire, and then he's like, I am him. I'm like, no, you're not. See that shit? Laugh out loud. I am him. That's such a weird group of individuals there. Alright, I have to go one more time. Hopefully we end up with, like, same people. I just wanted to back out of that one because I didn't want to rematch with those names. Okay, I'm just making sure. So if we do, then I will back out and do it solo. Without a problem. There's a lot of guys in gaming that are just so disconnected from reality. It's pretty sad, actually. I could just, oh, fuck off. Get out of my match. I can just imagine, him being like, really, you think you're her boyfriend? I can't do your accent, I'm sorry, Diablo. But really, you think you're her boyfriend? Well, let me show you you're not. And then he would fucking throw the fucking match and light him on fire. Yeah, I knew that guy would try to matchmake again with me. No. Get a clue? You're not him. But yeah, I can't do an Australian accent. I wish I could. Can't even do a British accent. Which is ironic because my Nana, she was from England, from Newcastle. And so when she came over here, and like growing up, she did have, you know, the British accent, but I never took it on. But I always wonder if instead my grandpa and my Nana decided to settle in England over Canada, which he was from, what life would be like. Alternate reality kind of thing. It's kind of wild to think. Everything happens for a reason. I was meant to be here, where I am.
Descendant. This is a phase separation veil, which uses
But can you imagine me with a British
It
accent?
has a large output,
I can't
which
even
requires
fucking do it.
processing of tens of billions of units of data per second.
I love the accent though, like British, Australian, Irish.
It's Vulgus artificial brains. This is how they are processing all that data. Continue to insert Vulgus artificial brains into the computing device, Descendant. If you overload the device, the veil will be neutralized.
But yeah, 100% he would light them on fire. Light them on fire.
The enemy commander is using the phase separation veil as a shield. If you overload the computing device,
that's what I wanted to do, break that box.
To attack the commander directly.
I always collect that stuff. So Lord knows you'll never know when you need those resources.
Any last words?
Well, they did all the heavy lifting. I wanted to kill something or do something, but they did it all. So thank you for the carry, I guess. So that's done and out of the way for the day. I'm curious about something. Give me a sec. How do I... I'm trying to look for a setting here, sorry. Here we go. Party channel. Yeah, so they can't hear me. The only way they'd be able to hear me is if they were like watching my stream. Anyway, yeah, today I should be able to play a little bit more and stuff than yesterday. I shouldn't have to call it quits, like... But it depends, like, also on, like, what I encountered today. Like, do I want to deal with it or not? You know, I have those kind of moods. Like I said, yesterday. It's my lady's time right now. I'm not trying to be gross or anything. It's part of life. And I just know, like, my patience for certain things will be even thinner. You know, I will call out shit.
This is HQ. Troops are on the ground. Transport is en route to standby position.
And like,
Best
for
of luck,
example,
Descendant.
last night
Specialized Vulgus
when I was
aircraft
gaming,
detected.
I'll have to mention this in my
That
next
aircraft
COD
is used
stream,
to fly
but
through
when I
void
was playing
storms.
with
It must
Diablo,
be shot down.
he's owed an apology. We talked it over after. But I misunderstood a typo that he made. I thought he was, I don't know, just being passive aggressive or weird or something. But he said he wasn't, so. Anyways, I think kind of with us, it's best, like, when we do game, like, anyways, when I have him on mic, if we play off stream, just, because it's more enjoyable and he's more himself off stream, I find. There's no outside pressure.
Inside a nearby RK receptor.
If that makes sense. And it's not talking bad about him, I just, like, you know, I want to make sure he's comfortable as well. So we played off stream a little bit last night, but then I had to go to bed early because I had to wake up to write this damn note. So I got it done. Hopefully, anyways, it's proper format and everything. Had to go and sign on my computer. I haven't even turned on my computer in months. And then I had to like type up a Word file and make it like a PDF so that they can print it off. Because right now also it's an ice storm, so even if we, like, they accept like handwritten notes and stuff, but the problem is, since it's like, hold on a sec. Since it's like an ice storm, freezing rain like right now, don't want to go exactly walk to our office, so we can submit it by email. So I just did that because they have to bring it before a board meeting.
Extraction from operation zone initiated.
They have to bring the letter before a board meeting tonight, so it's just to get us a little bit of extra help. We need to get rid of some stuff, and because we don't have a car, like, okay, so when my mom had a car, like, we never thought, like, I never did, she never did, what happens if one day we don't have a car to get rid of stuff. And so my mom, like, she would go to, like, flea markets, secondhand stores, and, you know, get a lot of things, or maybe things like, you know, little projects here or there that might need repair, but she figured she could repair. And, you know, things would accumulate, and, you know, just over time collecting things. Like I said, I've been living here in one place for 38 years of my life, so imagine 38 years gives you plenty of time to basically, you know, collect stuff. But it's become like crazy because when they want to come in to do repairs and stuff, you know, it's hard to move everything, and, you know, just, it's too much. So we gotta downsize. But the problem is, in order to get rid of some of this stuff, since we don't have a car and we're crushed on time, they're like, we need to get a dumpster, but we can't, you know, afford to pay rent, you know, all our utility costs, everything,
Descendant.
and then also
Arrival
afford
at
this
the
dumpster.
operation
So
zone. Proceed with
where I
caution.
live is trying to bring it before the board so that we can get a dumpster, that they'll buy one, so that we can get what we need done with our flooring. It would be good for us too, like, to get rid of shit, like a spring cleaning and then get new flooring, you know? So it's not, like, it's frustrating because of the amount of work that's going to be involved in moving shit, but at the same time, you know, the end result. I've known, like, any time in life where I've gone through challenges where there's been pressure put on me, usually the end result is for a betterment of your life, but it's just, it's not fun or fair, like, kind of feeling when you're going through it, right? So, like, back in 2008, astrologically speaking, I think it was 2008, Saturn was going through my sign of Virgo, right? And that was hell on earth. I was forced to, like, go back to school, which I hated with my social anxiety. I didn't know I had social anxiety at the time, but I hated school. And it wasn't that I was stupid or anything, I hated it because the social aspect, you know? And at the same time, I was being forced kind of by government to go back to school. My mom was diagnosed with cancer. Like, I'm not laughing, it's not funny, but it, like, you know, but I'm just like, holy fuck, life, like, what more can I handle, like, right now? Like, it was really bad. And then the place, you know, I lived at was, like, kind of pressuring me about finances back then. I got that all settled. And just, like, having to, you know, be a more responsible adult kind of thing. And, yeah. So, going through that, it gave me betterment in my life because I got, you know, I found out about my anxiety. I got my financial situation at the time sorted.
The original.
Brought my mom and I closer back then too. But it sort of feels like I'm going through something like that, you know, because my mom, like, recently last year getting diagnosed with her heart condition now. And now, like, my home life is demanding, you know, major change.
Pound actual to HQ.
So
Mission
it's like,
complete.
you know, I feel like it's another one of those trial things, but like back in 2008 when I went through that, it got me more established, you know. I got diagnosed with my social anxiety disorder, so I knew what was going on with me. Before that, I was just like, what the fuck's wrong with me? I don't want to be doing this stuff. I don't, you know, I just didn't know until there was a name put to it. And then, and just a lot of, you know, different stresses and stuff. And at the time around then, I think it was suggested I, you know, get my own bank account and, you know, just all this different stuff. So it made me, like, have to, you know, whenever Saturn is going through your sign, if you guys are not interested in astrology, you can just, like, tune out, it's fine. But whenever Saturn is in your sign, you better fucking be prepared. That is, like, a father figure coming in and saying, get your shit together. Like, you know, I don't know what sign it is in right now, but whoever sign it's in, I feel bad for you because it is painful. It makes you face up to some painful realities, but then you go through it, and as long as you're responsible and you try to, like, go alongside it and better your life and be willing to improve and change, you will be rewarded. But if you fucking slack off, you will find, like, parts of your life will just fucking dissolve, you know? It will be bad. So it's like a parent coming in essentially and saying, smarten up, get your shit together, you know? So I sort of feel like it's like one of those situations again, but let me see where Saturn is transiting in my astrology chart. I actually know my time of birth and everything, which is really cool because it lets you know what, like, your rising sign is and everything. It makes your chart more accurate. Extended chart selection. Natal chart in transits. Let's see, what is it transiting right now? It's transiting my 4th house. And I believe 4th house is your home. Saturn, let me see, Saturn transit natal 4th house. Saturn transiting the natal 4th house, spanning 2 to 3 years, initiates a period of profound restructuring in your personal life, focusing on home, family, emotional foundations, and security. This time often brings increased responsibility, potential challenges with parents, my mom having her heart condition, or a need to establish stronger, more disciplined roots. Key themes of Saturn transiting the 4th house. Home and family restructuring. You may face significant changes regarding your living situation, such as buying a home, renovating. What are they going to be doing? They're going to be fucking ripping up the floors. Or taking care of family members. My mom having her heart problem. I mean, it often marks a time when you must take on more responsibility within the home, such as acting as a caretaker. Yep. Exactly. And that's what I've been saying. Like, I've been caretaking for my mom, or trying to the best of my ability, and for Panda. Very, like, you know. And then at the same time, trying to get all my shit done on my video games that I need. Like, you know, all the time-limited events and stuff. And then also keep, you know, my friendships and relationship established, you know. So it doesn't dissolve. Make sure people feel valued and appreciated, both in my real life and, you know, online. It's hard, the balance. Emotional foundation and security. This transit often brings up deep-seated emotional patterns, requiring you to build a more secure, stable, and mature inner life. It's a time of emotional sobering where you might feel more reserved. Parental, or inner child work. There may be challenges or lessons related to parents, particularly the mother, in some systems. It is a period, which I told you, my mom with her heart problem, it is a period to face childhood patterns, potentially dealing with emotional, authoritarian, or absent paternal figures. Well, the absent paternal figure would be my dad, but he's passed away, so I had to face that, like, when he passed, kind of thing. Creating stability. This can feel restrictive or heavy. It serves to build a stronger foundation for your future. So, like, I was told where I live, I have to become a member. They're like, you know, if anything happens to your mom, legally, you'd be asked to leave. So if you want to stay in your home, you must become a member of where we live. So I had to face up to that. I had to go through an interview process. I had to go before the board. I had to get approved. I am now a member, you know. But then there's other things being a member, like, you know, like they want to do things in the home, so that has to be dealt with, and how is going to, you know, so you have to be willing. I just know with Saturn, you have to be willing to bend and say, okay, I know you want what's best for me. I'm willing to cooperate with you. Help me find the way to make this work, you know? Instead of going, no, I'm not going to deal with this. If you go and you kind of just kick at it and say, be stubborn, it's like a parent. It's gonna, I know it sounds abusive. I mean, I got the wooden spoon when I was younger, but it's like a parent, like, you know, kind of saying, no, you behave, you know? So it's kind of interesting. What to expect. Internal work. You may feel a need to withdraw or become more private to work through personal issues. I have been feeling that kind of lately. Like, do I have to stop streaming maybe in order to deal with more of my home life? Which, do not be surprised if it comes to that at some point. I'm just warning you. Practicality. There may be a focus on practical matters like real estate or property, which may take effort but pay off in the long run. Long-term planning. This is not a time for quick fixes, but rather laying down solid foundations for the next 30 years. This period is often a reality check regarding where you live, who you live with, and how you feel emotionally, ultimately leading to a more mature and grounded sense of belonging. Bingo! I mean, I believe in it, you know? It's right there. So that's kind of what I'm going through. Saturn transiting my 4th house. You can read up on it on Google, or maybe there's YouTube videos even, but yeah. Alright, so I think I just have to do this next mission twice and then I am off. I mean, it's not a must. I could actually hop off now. I've done what I need to do, basically, but we'll see if I can play this twice. It's called Breach Tracking. But yeah, lots of responsibility around the home life and where I live, and them cracking down. Like, oh, why can't they not crack down? But I understand where they're coming from. I do, and I want it to be better.
Target confirmed.
It's like I can't save anybody else, you know?
Beginning target.
We all have to like save ourselves some ways, you know what I mean? And not expect other people to save us or make our life better. And if we face up to that fact and we're mature about it and we work on our own shit, we get rewarded. That's my belief. It helps us like be more independent and just
Take this.
I don't even know. I can't even track this stuff. Just things are dying all over the place. Oh, fuck.
Terminating. Target acquired.
Where is he? Well, he's almost dead anyway, but...
Eliminating. Subduing a target.
play it one more time and then we'll be done. I've been listening to Britney Spears. I don't know. I like her music still. I went to see her a couple times in concert. I actually saw her when she was first starting out for her Baby One More Time tour. That was like when I was, oh God, was I in middle school? It must have been in middle school. And then I saw her again for her circus tour. I got tickets for free. They were shitty seats, but I really wanted to go to her concert and I couldn't afford it. And somebody, you know, I just put it out there on, was it on Kijiji or something? I was looking for tickets and somebody had a pair of tickets and they're like, here you go, you can have them for free. They were probably nosebleed or something, but I still had a good time. It was a good tour, that one. But apparently a lot of that was going on during her conservatorship and stuff, which is really sad. Uh-oh. I just noticed in my cord there's like a hole. My charging cord, I might need to get a new one, but I don't know if they sell them. They probably do, but I don't know. Whoa. I just hate how they all spread out, like, that you can't see. They're killing stuff so fast, I can't even keep up.
There's no escape.
That's what comes to my mind. See, like, I can't even. Okay, Daddy. The guy's name. Ooh. Alright, spicy. What the heck? See all that electrical, like, energy? That's wild.
Target acquired.
I didn't know she could do that. They got some pretty dope builds that or whatever. Slug it. Sarah, learn English.
Subduing the target. Beginning target. Sterilization. Subduing the target.
I gotta make sure I get damage on something.
Target confirmed. Target confirmed. Approaching. Exterminating.
What the heck? Come here, dude. There we go.
Approaching. Exterminating. Target acquired.
There we go. Okay. Yeah, their builds are good. Holy shit. Probably the best builds I've seen in this. I was just like, I can't fucking kill anything. I get frustrated because, like, it's nice to be carried, yeah, but I want to play too, you know? I want to do some damage too. But there we go. All the dailies are done. But yeah, like, most people would be like, oh, okay, I'll be alright, you know, going AFK kind of thing and just let these guys carry me. I'm not like that. I want to put in the effort and the work, you know? I want to be able to do at least something. At least something, you know? But yeah. I don't know if the boss is available. When's the boss next available? 33 minutes. Nah, I'm not gonna stick around for that. But yeah, alright. I think I'll clean up here, make sure everything's clean, and then go on over for a little while anyway to Call of Duty. I might do a couple streams of Call of Duty today, depending on how I feel, because, like, I don't know how much energy I'll have when I go over there now, and what's going on, you know what I mean? But, yeah, I might do a couple streams today of it. After I play a bit, I might go take a nap, because I am a bit tired still. Fuck, I forgot to change my character. Oh well, I'll do that next time I'm on. Alright guys, see you here shortly.